It's Shane Watson here from PSP Sports. I'm lucky enough to be joined by Ohara Davies. How are you, Ohara?
I'm good, how are you?
All good, thanks. A bit of a different side of Ohara Davies today, calm, relaxed.
Yeah, I just wanted to show the real me, to be honest, because the media is so quick to paint me in a bad light, in a bad picture, and make me seem worse than I actually am. But walk with him.
No, of course. Massive fight for you against Catterall, and a massive fight for him too. He's sparred with some of the world elite fighters around the world. He's also mixed against good competition as well, like yourself. Do you put this up there as one of your biggest fights of your career so far? 100%,
but that's what I'm in the game for. I'm in the game to take big fights and to give the fans what they want to see, which is exciting fights, entertaining fights, and yeah, that's what I'm in the game for. That's what they're paying all this money to come and watch. So I want to put on a show for them.
Do you think a victory over Jack Catterall, especially if you can do it in devastating fashion, would put you on the brink of a world title shot?
To be honest, I'm not thinking about a world title shot. I'm just thinking about the next fight that I've got at hand and what I've got to do on the 6th of October. That's what I'm thinking about. After this fight, I'll be taking a break until May, so I'll be at the ring for a few months, and yeah, that's it.
Would you say this makes it actually Fear Pain fight dead in the water now?
Listen, Fear Pain's a bum. I don't even know who that guy is anymore. He was relevant a few years ago, but that was just a bit of online banter. It wasn't anything.
And how would you say life is under MTK and Frank Warren now?
Listen, under MTK, under Frank, I'm happy. I'm a lot more calm. I'm more relaxed. I'm not pressured to wear a mask like I was. Now I can just be me, and I'm pleased.
Do you think being respectable about your opponent Jack Catterall in the build-up to the fight would do you a lot of good as a person? So you won't be getting the online hate that you get?
Not as a person. I'll still get online hate because they choose who they want to love and who they want to hate, and they've chosen to hate me. I'm just not giving the media an opportunity anymore to go out there and paint me in a worse light, or to paint a bad picture of me like they've been, you know what I mean? It's like they've been, it's what they've done over the past few years. They paint me in a worse light than I actually am. So I'm done with that.
Of course. And I mean, a subject you've brought up in the past is about some of the racial stuff you've had said about you on social media, which obviously, no matter what you've done, you've not even ever really done anything that bad, but I mean, no matter what you've done, that's not acceptable at all. Do you think it's a serious matter that something needs to be done about it, like, not rather than just being ignored?
Racism is something that we're never gonna 100% tackle, because when someone's racist, they're racist. Nothing's gonna change that. Certain people hide, but then they'll make accounts where they haven't got any followers and you don't know who it is, and they'll come online and they'll say what they really think about you. But I'm not really too concerned about that. As long as I'm around my friends and my family and people that love me, for me, that's all that matters. I'm not concerned about what anyone says or what they think about the colour of my skin. That's the last thing on my mind.
Have you ever seen any of the people that have said this stuff to you? Or?
I've never seen them, because their accounts always is on private for one, and the picture that they have on their display picture is not them.
Oh, okay.
So you know what they say, if you give a man a mask, he'll show you who he is, and that's what they do. They wear a mask, they hide behind the screen, and they show you who they really are and what they think about you.
Do you believe that more should be done to, like, I know you said it would never be removed, but to at least help the situation so it could be reduced?
I think there's nothing that can be done. You can't say to someone, don't be racist. If you're racist, you're racist. Nothing's going to change that. So there's nothing that really can be done. You just got to live life and just be around your true people.
Have you ever let it affect you in any kind of way at all?
No way. No way. Like, what someone thinks about me or the colour of my skin doesn't change who I am as a person. It don't make me hate anyone. I love everyone, regardless of your sex, of your skin, of your faith. I love everyone, and in my eyes, everyone's equal.
And I know there's a lot going on in boxing, especially with Frank Warren at the moment. That's why I want to get your opinion on a few things that have been going on. Tyson Fury is rumoured to be fighting Deontay Wilder. I know, as a big boxing fan you are, you'd love to see that fight yourself as well.
I don't think that fight happens this year. Maybe next year, maybe mid next year. But even though they're in talks, I don't think it will happen this year. If it does, I'll be shocked. I don't think it happens this year though.
Do you think that fight could happen before the Joshua fight though?
Possibly, yeah. It probably will.
And then that makes the winner of that an even massive fight against Joshua. I don't even know if there's a stadium big enough to hold it either.
That would be the biggest fight in boxing right now.
Do you think if Frank Warren can make this fight this year or even for early next year, that'll make a major statement to other promoters that Frank Warren means business, and that although a lot of people are talking about like Matchroom and other promotions abroad, that Frank Warren is still very much alive in this game as well?
Having Frank and having Eddie Hearn, they're good for boxing. Having a bit of like that competition is good for our sport, because it lets Eddie know that he can't treat fighters anyhow. Why? Because if he treats them wrong, they got Frank, and then it's Frank though, he can't treat them anyhow, because if he does, then they got Eddie, and they both got like some amazing deals. Eddie's got Sky Sports, Frank Bowen, he's got BT Sport, amazing platforms, and so their little beef is good for boxing, because that only works in our interests, the fighter.
And just to round off a little bit on your trainer situation, can you just confirm who's actually training you? And
MSB Boxing right there.
Yep.
And my brother. So we're working in the Essex Fight Academy right now.
That's with Mark Dennis, isn't it?
Mark Dennis.
Yeah.
So that's where we're based right now, and things are going great for this fight. So looking forward to starting camp.
And how do you compare him training you to Tony Sims and that in the past?
You saw it in my last fight. I'll let you be the judge for that yourself. Everyone saw what I've done in my last fight, so I've just got to stay humble, keep my head down, and do my talking in the ring.
Okay, thanks for talking to BT Sports. I know you're starving, so I'll let you get off and get something to eat, and hopefully catch up soon.
Thank you.